we'll start off with VA disability compensation pay. Obviously, if you have a disability that was caused or made worse by your active duty military service, you may be eligible to receive tax-free money, 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 money. Veterans can prepare their own VA disability compensation claim for free. You can start off by opening a notice of intent to file on the va.gov website. I encourage you to do that if you're thinking about engaging with the VA and filing a claim. So that's the first thing, and you have to prove your claim. The burden of proof is on the veteran. It is not on the VA. If that was the case, then you would have gotten out of the service, and the VA would have welcomed you in with, I'm going to go full screen here. Hello. The VA would have welcomed you in and gave you a big hug and said, oh, hey, thanks, veteran. Thanks for your service. Here's the benefits that you're entitled to. We did a thorough records review, and here's where you're at. But as you all know, that is just simply not reality. Special monthly compensation benefits for disabled veterans. VA special monthly compensation, aka SMC. It's additional tax-free compensation that can be paid to disabled veterans, their spouses, surviving spouses, and parents for disabled veterans. VA special monthly compensation is a higher rate of compensation paid due to the circumstances that you find yourself in, such as the need of aid and attendance by another person for a specific disability, for example. Another one that I see a lot is called Special Monthly Compensation K, and that is for loss of use, specifically loss of use of a creative organ, like erectile dysfunction in men and female sexual arousal disorder for women, but loss of use of a limb, lots of use of a body part. We're not going to go too far into special monthly compensation, but you can unlock these things as you go up, and special monthly compensations can go up into, an extra $9,000 a month tax-free. So that's a whole different level of compensation. So definitely something to be aware of. The veterans banking program's another one. Anybody use the veterans benefits banking program? I don't use it. I use USAA. Just curious to get any feedback. Nice new benefit as of December 20th, 2019. So I guess it's not that new, but relatively new. Free healthcare and prescription medications for disabled veterans. So this is one of the top disabled veterans benefits. It includes free healthcare for disability conditions related to military service. For veterans with a disability rating of at least 50%, you get everything taken care of. Of course, it's limited on, you have to get a authorization. I believe it's 2 different authorizations, actually. If you're going to, I live far away from my local VA, so I have to get a medical authorization and then the financial, like will pay authorization before I could go. But once you get these things rolling, you can use care in the community. You could use any doctor that you want. It's nice. It does have its limitations with what kind of medications the VA will and will not prescribe. Like they won't do Xanax and stuff like that. But it covers a lot. It's nice to have it. Okay, so disabled benefits travel pay reimbursement. Has anybody used this? Raise your hand. Also, tell me where you're coming in from. And tell me where you are and what branch of the service you were in. So I'm in Idaho, and I was in the U.S. Air Force from 88 to 91. Let me know where you're calling in from and when you were in and all that kind of stuff. So the disabled veterans travel pay reimbursement. Let me know if you've used this. I have. It's actually a lot easier. There's like you go to the VA and then you can download this form and then you put who you went and saw and all that kind of stuff. But when I go, I drive down to the I drive down to my I go to a clinic, and then as I'm logging into the kiosk, it asks you if you want to be reimbursed for travel. So it's like yes, and like a thing will come up on the kiosk. Did you come from your home address to this address and back? And is it round trip? Yes. And then you hit the button, and that's a real easy way to do it. And 41.5 cents. I mean, it definitely doesn't cover your time, but depending on how far you're driving, it sure is nice when I'm driving 2 hours to the Helena, Montana VA regional office. Sure is nice to get paid $100 or something like that, going back and forth. Let me know how my audio is. So that's a nice benefit, and a lot of people. You could do this for CNP exams as well, and actually, most of the CNP exam contractors, QTC, VES, LHI, they will actually include that and send you a check. Maybe even before you even go, they'll send you a check for your travel. So it's just money you may be leaving on the table. So make sure you're getting reimbursed for driving around to your appointments and stuff like that, if applicable. Property tax exemptions for disabled veterans. It would be nice if there was some consistency here, but I guess that's what the whole deal is, right? We're in the United States, so every state kind of works it a little bit differently. Not everybody offers the same types of tax breaks. I know in Idaho, it's like $1,200 and my property taxes are $800. So I'm 100% covered. But that's different than, I think, like there's a few states like Texas where it's just covered no matter what it is. Michigan might be one of them. Check into it. It differs for sure based on your percentage and where you're located. The VA home loan funding fee waiver for disabled veterans. I just purchased a home, so I had that waived. The interest rates are really low right now. Had a pretty good experience getting through everything. Now I'm just like knee deep in 10,000 projects on my flat acre up against the potato field, and I've shared some of that with you guys, and I plan on sharing more. Voc Rehab and Employment Program. This is known as VR&E. Raise your hand if you've can't see the camera. Raise your hand if you've participated in this in any way. Basically, and I applied for it. And it was kind of a funny deal. I found out about it again. Didn't get the pamphlet, right? Hey, you could do this. I don't know how I figured it out. Probably somebody told me. So I go into the Voc Rehab, the VR&E office, or made an appointment or whatever. And I sit down in front of the guy, and I can go back to my single screen. I sit down in front of the guy, and he's like, okay, so you'd like to apply for VR&E? Yep. He's like, okay, punches up my info. And then he prints out a notice. I should find it somewhere. It's like, okay, you've officially been approved into the program. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell me? Well, we have to notify you in writing. It was a wacky kind of deal. So a couple things that I learned about VR&E. They call these guys counselors. They're not counselors. They are there to put you in a job. It is not a education-based program. They are trying to just put you in a job. So if you're kind of going in there going, wow, yeah, a truck driving job would be cool, that's what they're going to do. The trick with VR&E, again, just like VA disability claims and everything with the VA, they do ask you if this is a job that you see yourself in and you love, and then they'll help you with the training to get there. So don't focus on the education, focus on the job. The only job that I would love would be to, I would like to be a neurosurgeon. Obviously, being a doctor requires a associate's degree, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and then a doctor degree, right? So you don't focus on that stuff, and yeah, they put people through all sorts of schools, higher education, and stuff like that. So that's VRNE in my few cents. I actually just applied for it, went through this little training thing, and then got denied. And that probably helped with the 100% stuff because veteran couldn't even make it through VRNE. Additional VA disability compensation for dependents. You have to hit the 30% mark. So if you currently have a 0, but that's too low, obviously, but 0, 10, and 20, you don't get any dependent support. So once you get to 30%, you can get a dependent support. Concurrent retirement and disability pay program allows military retirees to receive both military retired pay and VA disability compensation. Generally, you must be a regular military retiree with a combined VA disability rating of 50% or higher to qualify. Definitely check this one out because if you're not in the right criteria, there will be offset stuff.